Hi everybody, this is Deborah from Stamp On It, and this is a Jammie video. Jammie video is a video you can be in your jammies, I can be in mine, and nobody cares. This particular video is going to be the making of a tent card, and I'm going to show you fairly quickly how to create a tent card. They are super fun and super easy, just a little different twist than a standard fold card. So first of all, you can make different sizes. You can make, for example, a standard A2 vertical tent card. You can make an A6 card, which is a little bit bigger. You can make a slimline tent card. Basically, a tent card forms kind of like a tent, hence the name tent. And I'm going to show you several different samples here. Some are holiday, some are not. But I am going to work off from this guy here, I think. We'll use Bambi. I love Holiday Bambi. This is one of our new stickers for 2021. And it is $37.52 in case you're wondering. But I'm not going to show you all the way through the end of the card as far as the what stickers and, you know, embellishing it and whatnot. Those you can see in other of our holiday cards. This one is really cool. I love this image here, and the Merry Christmas is bumped up with the foam tape. So when you make a tent card, you start with your folded card, whatever size or shape you're going to make. So for example, this is a vertical A2. So I took a full sheet of cardstock. I made my own. You don't have to. You can start with a folded card if you want. But you would cut this in half the long way. And then you would have two pieces like this. All right. Then I proceeded to score and fold the one half. All right. So now I have a folded vertical card. And the other half, in this case, and if you are using a full sheet, you can just cut this in half. If you're using two pre-folded cards, you could cut the front off from one of the cards, and then you would have two single pane pieces of cardstock. You would cut, or I'm sorry, you would score the front of your card at the halfway point. So for example, the front of this card, and I hope you can see this on camera, is 5.5. So 2 3/4 is going to be my halfway point. So what I'm going to do is put this in at 2 3/4, and I'm going to use 2 3/4. I better measure right on the video too yet. I'm going to use my scoring blade on my cutter. If you have this, it's great. If you don't, you can use a ruler and a scoring or bone folder or any tool that just will make a little indentation into your cardstock. I love the Fiskars trimmers because they come with both a scoring and a cutting replaceable blades. So I'm going to do that for this one. And what that's going to do is allow me to be able to fold this at the halfway point. All right. So this is the beginning of my tent card. My card, halfway, scored, folded. All right. Now I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to cut it at the halfway. This is 11-inch piece of cardstock, 8.5 by 11 it started out to be. So it is now 4 1/4 by 11. I want to cut it halfway. So I'm going to go to 5.5, which is halfway, and I'm going to cut it. All right. Now we will have one extra panel. We can use that for the next tent card if we want. And the idea of this is you take this piece is exactly the same size as the front of my original card now. And now I could make this a different color, or I can make it the same color. This is personal taste here. But this is the basics of making a tent card. So now I would take this and I would put adhesive, and I'll go ahead and do that just for the camera's sake, so you can get a really good idea of creating this. Put your adhesive down on this, just the bottom half or the folded half of your card in the front. And if you're using double-sided adhesive, do not overlap your adhesive because it makes it really hard then to pull off that coating paper because they're over top of each other. Unless you go around the card in a orderly fashion, then you start at one side and you can pull off all the way around. Sharon, who creates a lot of our samples, she knows how to do that. But we'll just stick to something more basic here and just pull them off one piece at a time. All right, so I pulled off the coating paper. Now I can take this and I can stick this down. I hope you can see this. And I got to line it up with the front. Now it's really important that you line it up with the front bottom half of my card where that adhesive is. And now when I fold, I can open it like a standard card, but because I've scored at the halfway point, I can take and stand it up like a tent card or easel card. All right. Now, to make this stay, you would want to make a raised piece here, and you could do that using foam tape and a sticker or an image and create that little bump. Now, when I say that, let me show you how we've done it on a couple of cards. On Bambi here, Holiday Bambi, we created the fold so it turns into a tent, and now this is the raised part. And if you can see that, Sharon has created a really nice bumped or raised up edge or ledge there that the bottom part of my card will catch on, so it stands up. All right, that's using a sticker. This particular card is the candle from Biblical, large candle, small candle image. And we put tape underneath or foam tape under this small candle to make it raised up, so it creates that little edge for the front of your card to catch on for it to stand up. All right. Here is a slim line. So when you use a slim line, same basic principle, but you score it again halfway all the way across the front half of your card so that when it folds, it again creates the tent. And this is your bumper for it to catch on. This has got the Mary and the Christmas. Very nicely done. All right, then we have a couple more here I want to show you. This one is an A2, and this one she simply used a bug sticker with a piece of foam tape under it, or a glue drop. We also have dimensional glue drops. They are great for this particular thing. You can put them underneath there, and it will make that bug sticker or whatever sticker you use dimensional enough for the front of your card to catch on it. All right. And then one more I'm going to show you before we close this. This is a little bit more involved, where she cut half of the front away and only made half of the front of the card into a tent. Like that. And that would be the same principle again, just before you make the tent part, the folded front, you cut this part off the front of your card. And again, make something that's got a little edge to catch on for your card. Okay, so hope you've enjoyed this video, the making of a tent card. Very simple, very fun, very easy. If you have any questions, email us right off from our site at www.stamponit.net. It will come right to my desk. This has been Deborah at Stamp On It with a Jammie video just for you. We hope you've enjoyed it.